All right, so I think we're starting. Hello, everyone. My name is Matt,
My name is Bailey
and this is Rocket League for Ole Miss versus MSU.
on the Esports Eggbowl here.
Ooh, yeah. So game's starting out pretty strong. People are already passing the ball all over the place. We're going to see a tough competition here today.
Yeah, it should definitely be a lot of fun here. You're looking at Ole Miss are on the blue side. Mississippi State's going to be on the orange side here.
Ooh, Mississippi State, close goal right there.
Near miss there. Great defense, trying to get it back out, but Mississippi State's definitely applying the pressure here, trying to get this early goal.
Yeah, and Ole Miss is just struggling to get it out of their side of the field. It's been bouncing around their goal for the past 30 minutes, actually.
Yep. Look, they finally got a little bit of control here. Got it across midfield.
Mississippi State sending it right back.
That's it. You love to see the pressure here. It's definitely a pressure gameplay. It's all about pressure and rotation, being able to be in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, and we see real good rotates from Ole Miss here. You can see they're just rotating back right now. Everyone's taking their turn in the goal and going out and trying to get rid of this ball.
This is a shot on goal here for Mississippi State, just off the mark.
Let's see. All right, we're coming in for
Opportunity here for Ole Miss to answer. Very close here. Great job by Turbo defending the goal. Ball back on the side for Mississippi State in the aggression.
Ooh, and another corner shot off. Ooh, nice block there.
Nice block there. But Mississippi State not going to let them have it for free. They're making sure that Ole Miss always has their back covered.
Yeah, keeping that ball real locked down on Ole Miss's side of the field.
Bit here coming out of the goal. Like I said before, you can't reiterate enough. Rotation is key here.
Yeah, if it weren't for the rotation, the great rotations by Ole Miss, they would have had Mississippi State would have scored by now.
That's
Ole
it.
Miss is coming out to midfield to knock the ball out and then coming right back to goal once they pick up some boost.
Aerial shot there by Zayar,
Ooh,
just off the mark.
Open goal.
Turbo here, bringing it down the field, crosses midfield here, but TG1 not going to let him have it.
Good bully there by Ole Miss. Keep Mississippi State off the ball. Ooh,
Nice.
Nice
Another
block.
block there by Zayar.
great shot by Ole Miss. Ooh, here we go. This might be it. This
That's
is it.
the first goal of the
EJ
game there by
scored.
Edgy.
Good.
It was a nice shot there, a little counterplay off of Zayar. Edgy knocks it right back over him and into the net before anyone could get back for Mississippi State.
We got kickoff number 2 of game 1. Let's see how this goes. All right, ball goes to Mississippi State's side, but they're pushing it right back. Good aerials here by both teams, keeping the ball off the ground, keeping it from moving around. Both fighting for control right now.
That's it. Zayar having his turn at it, sending it closer to the net, right off the crossbar there.
Ooh, and he can't get it.
Austin
So
doing his
close.
best to knock it in, just off the mark.
All right. And Ole Miss gets it off their side of the field, but it's in Mississippi State's corner. It's not an ideal spot. Ooh, we got a bounce to center field, but a good
Zayar
block.
here with the nice block. Going to be going back towards the way of Ole Miss. Zayar here on the aggression. Can't quite get it centered for his teammates, though.
Turbo pops it in here. Ooh, does he? No, too high. Ooh, another good shot. And it's saved.
Nice shot.
Save by
Nice
TG1.
save by TG there. There it is.
Zayar
Zayar
scores.
with the finish.
Look at that shot. That's clean. Right between Ole Miss. That's
Right
a
there.
nice shot.
I mean, he had one place to put it, and that's where he put it.
All right, kickoff number 3, game 1.
Tied up at 1 here. Looks like a pretty even match so far. Both teams not really pulling away from anything.
Let's see how this kickoff here goes. Still getting it out of the corner. Right into Ole Miss, though. Good aerial block.
1 minute left here. Turbo's going to take a swing at it. Hits it right into the corner.
It's right in front of their goal, but they're all there to get it out. Oh,
There's Zayar straight on goal. Maybe a lack of communication there from Ole Miss as all 3 committed to the block and nobody was in goal to save the rebound.
nothing they could do about that one. They made their mistake, and it was in.
With a game close like this, opportunities like that won't come often, so when they do arise, you definitely have to take advantage of them, and Zior did that right there.
By Edgy. That'll put some pressure on Mississippi State while they're down a player for a couple seconds. Got a good center here from Edgy. Let's see what Mississippi State.
Another demo there by Edgy onto Austin.
30 seconds left in this match for game 1 of Rocket League. Good center. Let's see if there's a follow-up. No, Mississippi State.
No follow-up there. Zior almost had the run on the far side there, but TG1 there to knock it.
Boom! Edgy scores.
Edgy scores. It's definitely his game right there in that set piece. 2 demos. It's only fitting that he ends up with the goal here, outrunning Turbo for that touch.
Just right down the center. Nails it in. All right, now it's down to the wire. 16 seconds left. If the teams can't pull ahead, it's going to go into overtime. First to score wins.
Close goal there, just above the mark. Team's getting a little frantic here, trying to score this goal before overtime. Edgy knocks it back into the corner for Mississippi State.
And now until this ball touches the ground, the game will not end. But Mississippi State forces it down.
Forces it down. Overtime here for this kickoff.
Ball stays relatively centered, but we got Ole Miss. Oh, no, that was Mississippi State intercepting an aerial.
Zior misplays the deflection there. Now Turbo and Zior both take a swat at it.
Cornered it. Let's see what the team can do.
Coming out of net here, hits it back across the center of the field. Pretty gutsy play there by Austin, but confident that his team's going to have his back.
A nice block there by the Ole Miss goalie. Just pops it up so that Mississippi State can't do anything with that ball.
Yeah, it looks like a little more of a high pressure attack here by Mississippi State, where all 3 of them were on the attacking side at one point.
Ooh, and that was almost an own goal. That was a risky move there by Mississippi State on that block. Ooh, an aerial from Ole Miss. Let's see. All right, Mississippi State.
Turbo
blocked.
able to deflect it. Zior in, can't quite get the aerial touch there.
Across the field shot blocked by Ole Miss. Ooh, and the bully by Ole Miss to win the game. Fantastic plays there. Watch
nice play there.
Who was that? That was TG1.
TG1.
Came out of nowhere to block. That's a good game 1.
That'll be a game 1 on the side of Ole Miss here. We'll see what Mississippi State can do in game 2, try to even things up.
Yeah, I definitely think they're going to have to adjust their strategy a little bit. It worked pretty well, but during the end of the game, they kind of got tied up there with Ole Miss playing a lot more aggressively and definitely getting more destructions.
Yeah, I feel like Mississippi State felt like they needed to match that aggression. They found themselves out of place a few times, and Ole Miss was able to capitalize on them being out of place, whether it be on deflections or, like you said, the last bully right there to confirm the win.
I mean, that bully really won the game. That was key because Mississippi State was very good with their aggression.
Now, I'm sure if you asked TG1, he would say it was all calculated, it was all planned. He was not out of position and missed the ball. I'm sure he perfectly timed that bully, and it was exactly how they drew it up.
I think that if Ole Miss keeps this strategy up, we could see a very destruction-oriented game, and that could be really entertaining.
I'm all here for the entertainment as we're getting set here for game 2. As we said, Ole Miss won the first game, and Mississippi State is trying to win the second game here to even things up to 1 game apiece. The overall goals here, as far as set matches between games, Mississippi State is ahead 2-1, and Ole Miss is looking to tie the series up in this Esports Eggbowl.
And you see here, good kickoff by Ole Miss. That's a nice center by the Ole Miss team. TG1 bounces it off the wall, and we see it coming in. Mississippi State's doing everything in their power to get this away from their goal.
That's it. And like you said, TG1 being really aggressive,
Ooh,
but all
Turbo
for naught.
Out of the midfield with that aerial score.
Turbo aiming to come from behind the Ole Miss defenders and get that nice aerial right over the top of TG1.
Yeah, and we saw Zior flick it up right in the corner there, waiting for his teammate to take advantage of that aerial shot.
That's it. Looks like Austin's going to be able to win this initial kickoff for Mississippi State. Zior immediately drills it into the corner.
Ooh,
Turbo with a nice center, but no one there to capitalize for him.
Good block by Ole Miss. Popping it straight up was the way to go. They had Mississippi State had players in midfield that could have popped it in.
Definitely true. There's a bully there by Edgy.
Let's see what we got here. Mississippi State gets it out of their side of the field, and we see it coming back towards Ole Miss's goal.
Turbo overruns it here, but Zyar's here for the cleanup right off the crossbar, but gets his own rebound and is able to bury it in the top of the net.
That's a dirty goal right there. Ole Miss couldn't do anything about it. They missed it on their rise up to try to block it, and they couldn't get back down in time. All right, kickoff number 3 in game 2. And keep in mind, this is best of 7, everyone, so we'll see how this goes. Ball stays centered at the kickoff this time, and it's straight on the Mississippi State's side of the field.
Another miss right off the top crossbar there. TG1 sending it right back into the corner across to the middle.
Oh, and we see a shot on an empty goal, but Ole Miss makes it back in time.
Bit's able to make it back. Edgy trying his shot at a shot from midfield.
And keeps the pressure up. Mississippi State is really keeping the pressure on this game.
Another near goal from Turbo, and Austin's there, misses the deflection. Turbo here trying to corral this ball, able to keep TCG1 away from it.
Good settle to get it back out of their midfield and into Ole Miss with the goal.
Oh, Turbo right across the front of the net, not able to bury it. Zyar sends it back across the middle. Austin just a bit late there trying to get it back.
We see a good aerial hit there, but it's not enough. Wrong angle. This game has been really fantastic. Ole Miss's rotations are on point this game.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. A lot of nice rotations. It looks like both teams are trying to be very aggressive here, trying to score early and often. Mississippi State able to jump out 2 points early, but seems to have settled down now. Another nice shot on goal there by Bit, defended.
Fantastic defense by Mississippi State. They've been able to hold Ole Miss to 0 points this match. Ooh, and we see 2 misses here. Let's see what EG1 can do. And he gets it out. That's good.
Deflection there by Zyar. Austin flying in.
Keeping this ball off the ground so nobody can play it. See Ole Miss with a good hit there. TG1.
Back into the corner. Zyar finally gets it out back across to midfield here, but no one's able to make a play on it.
Nice shot, but it's blocked at the last second.
Great shot there. Turbo able to deflect that. Got it corralled by himself, but a suicide bomb by Edgy gets the ball off him.
Ooh, and that ball is centered. That's a dangerous spot, but ooh.
Again, the defenders for Ole Miss just seem to be just one step ahead of the Mississippi State attackers and able to knock it back out towards midfield.
See Ole Miss waiting for a shot right now. They're just trying to find a way past this Mississippi State defense.
Had an attempt there just off the corner. TG with a bully there.
Man, this ball is just sitting right outside both these teams' goals. Nobody can make a shot in.
That's it. Edgy trying to take it upon himself to score a goal. Very close there.
Zyar. Nice save by Zyar. That was almost a goal for Ole Miss.
Edgy trying to settle it back down, set it up for TG here.
Mississippi State stands in the way. Turbo gets in the way and pops it over to Ole Miss's side of the field.
Gets it back into the corner, but Turbo said, "No, I'm not done yet. Let me get one more crack at it."
We got 1 minute remaining for Ole Miss to score at least 2 points to force it into overtime.
Looks like Mississippi State feels like the best form of defense is an aggressive offense here, and seeing as long as they have the ball, then it doesn't look like Ole Miss will be able to score.
Ole Miss cannot get it off their side of the field. Mississippi State is just rotating back for boost and coming in and hammering it down.
It's a lot of great teamwork, a lot of communication here from these guys. They've been scrimming the past week, and from what I've heard, the scrims have been split 1-1.
We should see a really good set of games here today. I'm hoping we see the 7th match.
Everyone loves to watch some extra games here, and with 7 seconds left, it looks like it's going to take a miracle for Ole Miss to prompt the overtime for this set, or at least this game.
Yeah, Mississippi State keeps it out of their grasp. Oh, tries to score a last-second goal. keep in mind, until this ball touches, the game doesn't end. But
And as you say it, there's the last. It does touch the ground, and that is 1-1 here.
And we see Enforcer there with Zyor. He had about 30 bumps that game. Being able to reposition the enemy is a super powerful tool in Rocket League. And demos and bumps are the way to go when you cannot break a defense. So we got about 45 seconds till the next game.
Yeah, setting up the third game here. As you can see here, we have goals by Zyar and Turbo, but really all 6 players here in this match they're handling the ball well. They're not trying to control it too much. They're trying to press it, get it across midfield, get it down on the other team's side so that you can get an opportunity to center, to take an attack, to get an opportune rebound, just whatever it takes to get a goal.
Yeah, and there was a lot of good gameplay. Got a lot of good rotations that game by both teams. They usually had like 2 or 3 people in the goal just because there was so much pressure that game they had to defend.
Yeah. As we're getting set up here, we'd like to remind everybody this is the 2018 Esports Eggbowl, Mississippi State and Ole Miss. College rivalry goes back longer than I've been alive and for a lot longer than that. And it's a great way to see a different way that this rivalry can play out between people that enjoy playing video games.
We see here, game 3 starting. It's not quite up on screen yet. Here we are. We missed the initial kickoff, but just as usual, both teams are going at it.
High
Good
pressure
hit
here.
By Mississippi State. Ole Miss managed to make it back in time. Good rotations there.
Turbo trying to get back to play defense here.
Oh,
Zyar misses
block.
the hit, but Turbo is there to get him, to get his back and be able to snap that ball before it goes in.
This ball is just all over the place this game. Both teams aren't letting anyone control it.
Crosses midfield into the corner, and just as I say that, it's back out to midfield from TCG1.
And back into Ole Miss's goal. This game is going to be a fast one.
Close shot there from Turbo. Zyar takes a shot, but Bit says not today. Turbo says, well, let's keep it at midfield and see what comes of it. Turbo has a little misplay there.
A slow play there by Ole Miss trying to get this ball around the defenders, but they're not having it. Good aerial hit there to knock it back on the Mississippi State side of the field, but Austin bounces it back. Gets bounced again by TG1. This is a perfect shot right here, folks.
Nice shot there.
That was a perfect setup. Bounced it right up and stalled it in the air.
Great job by Edgy there.
Right in the side of the goal. Perfect. All right, kickoff number 2 in game 3. Let's see how this goes.
That set piece took just over a minute. Let's see if Mississippi State will be able to respond. They get it back across midfield onto the Ole Miss side and right in. Looks like less than 10 seconds and Mississippi State is able to answer with their own goal here.
Insane gameplay. You see TG1 trying to make it back in time, but he was just too far away.
That's it, and you feel like right off the kickoff is one of the most vulnerable spots. You don't really have a lot of boost to maneuver, so you got to make sure wherever you're boosting, it is very effective and conducive to the play at hand.
Yeah, and we see when players start at kickoff, they don't have much boost, so you have to pick it up before you can do anything with it. Boost is what lets you use your rocket trail and get into the air for these fancy aerial hits.
That's it.
Without boost, it's very hard to defend the goal.
That's it.
All
Bit with a nice defense there.
We see a good hit there by Mississippi State, pinching it off to get it over to the Ole Miss side.
Another shot on goal just off by Austin. TG says, let me get it at this corner and back across midfield. Austin takes it back. TG1 takes it himself. Nice defense there by Zyar.
Hit again by TG1, keeping it over in their corner. Ole Miss is not letting this ball leave.
Now it's Ole Miss with the aggression here. Great opportunity there.
Almost had the guillotine shot there.
Zyar says, let's put it back over on the other side and see what we can do here.
Man, Zyar is going for the demos this game. That's 2 already. See here, Ole Miss with a good settle there. Tries to get it in, but he's just too high.
Right off the corner, Austin able to send it in. Edgy corrals it back around midfield.
Mississippi State's not having it though. They're sending it back towards Ole Miss's goal. They're going for an aerial shot here.
Very close. Turbo with a near miss there. Bid's going to take this opportunity to run into the corner and get a potential center, but Alston gets it off of him.
Oh, here we go. Mississippi State blocks it.
And that seems to be the name of the game. Everyone likes, they're going to have one person near the goal at all times for the defense, and you're just waiting on that one misstep or that one misplay to capitalize on as the attacking team.
You know, with a game this fast, having someone back on defense is key. If you leave that position open for a second too long, that's a goal. That's you got to make up for that at some point.
That's it. Turbo sends it back across midfield towards the goal. He takes it himself to center it, but none of his teammates are there to capitalize. Nice opportunity there for Mississippi State. As we're down under 90 seconds here, things are going to start to get a little bit more frantic. These teams don't necessarily want to go to overtime, but they're willing to if it means preserving this win.
This ball just keeps bouncing around these corners. It's not spending any time anywhere else. It'll float over midfield every now and then, but teams aren't letting this get anywhere good.
That's it. Alston backs it out around, trying to get it to Turbo, but TG1 says, let me have that, sends it into the corner.
And that's a good center there, but nothing can be done. Mississippi State got in the way.
As you see, 1 minute left in game 3 here.
We see, man, this ball is just sitting in the same spot. See a good hit here by Edgy, trying to get it out of their goal.
TG1 tries to knock it out, but Bit knocks it back to the side here.
You see Mississippi State, so Ole Miss was closer. They could have capitalized upon that.
Alston able to settle it into the corner.
TG1 with a good settle there, trying to send it into the corner for his team.
Oh, Zyar misses it. Back to midfield. Bit sends it nice center there.
Austin Ford gets it out of their side of the field. That's good for them. They might be able to force this game into overtime.
Let's see, down to 15 seconds. This very well could be the last goal if we see one here. Everyone crowding around the ball, trying to get it sent either in one direction or the other. Near the goal is where you want it. 3 seconds left. Are we going to see a shot on goal or just try to juggle it to the end?
Let's see if you can juggle. Are we going to get a juggle? No, it's overtime.
The misplay there. So we've got overtime here for game 3.
Let's see how this goes.
Edgy on the secondary knock here. Zyar has to corral it and come out of goal.
You see he's at midfield right underneath this ball, waiting for his team to come with him. TG1 knocks it back to Mississippi State's side of the field. And we see him setting up for an aerial
nice
shot
center
here.
there.
There we go. Oh, nice
shot
save
on
by
goal
Zyar.
by Bit, but Zyar able to deflect it away here. Now they got to try to get it out, and just that's exactly what they do. Get it back to midfield and try to reset for the offense.
That was a perfect setup and a perfect defense by Mississippi State. See Ole Miss keeping it off their side of the field.
That's it. Turbo taking his shot at it, but deflected away by Edgy here.
See a wall shot by Bit here, trying to set something up for his teammates, but nothing to be made of it.
Set piece here. Turbo knocks it back down away from everyone, and Austin's going to take it and hit it off the side wall.
Here we go. Big shot there. Too far from the goal, but
that's it.
Good chance.
And as you saw right there momentarily, all 3 players from Mississippi State chasing the ball. They have to be careful of that. Mississippi State notices that and is able to capitalize to get in this game.
See a good hit here by Bit, trying to set something up for his team, but Mississippi State doesn't let it happen. Ooh, and a demo by Turbo on Edgy. Edgy's down for about 5 seconds, but that's all it can take sometimes.
That's all you'll need, but is Mississippi State able to capitalize as the ball bounces around midfield here?
You see more pressure put on Ole Miss's goal here as their defense kind of falters with their lack of Edgy.
Zyar not able to get the deflection, but Turbo is down into the corner. Nice job by Turbo.
Just getting that ball in the corner is all that matters.
Looks like Zyar setting up.
Nice save by Bit there, bouncing it back into the midfield.
Taking it on himself up the wall here. Gets one miss. Austin is able to get the deflection.
And that's a chance. Straight up and away. Nothing can be done.
Cross midfield. We're over 2 minutes into overtime here. Quite possibly the longest we've been in these 3 games without a goal, if you include the time that was in regulation.
Oh, and we see a nice shot on goal here.
Shot
but it's too
there,
high.
right above. Zyar not able to deflect it down, and now they've got to get back.
Ole
No
Miss
one's
has
in the
got
goal.
it. Mississippi State rotated out of the goal, and that's all it takes. You've always got to have someone there if you're going to play defense. They bet it all, and they lost.
That's it right there. They went for broke, and sometimes if you can't capitalize, go for broke is what'll happen. again, we're seeing some great team play. Like I said, you can't compliment them enough as far as the rotations. They're communicating when they want to be aggressive, when they want to press. But as you can see, if you press too often, you're not able to capitalize on your own attack, and you don't have anyone back to defend for you.
Yeah, and these teams are definitely really, really fantastically communicating. Just with Mississippi State going for goal there at the very end of the game 3, it takes a lot to choose to leave your own goal undefended, and the coordination and communication between the teams is top tier this match.
That's exactly right. Looks like we're readying up to play game 4 here. Ole Miss is ahead 2-1. Like we said, looks like it's going to end up being a really close-knit match and really entertaining for all the spectators.
Yeah. It is best of 7, so we've got at least 2 more games should Ole Miss win both. We see kickoff on game 4 here, right in the center, just like usual, and those secondary hits are where it comes into play.
That's it. Turbo flying in like a madman with all the boost, not able to do anything with it, but Zyar knocks it back onto Ole Miss's side here.
We see a good hit there by TG1 getting into Mississippi State's corner. A good follow-up there. Can they do anything? Good shot by Edgy, but it's off the goal post.
That's it. TG1 keeps it on Mississippi State's side of midfield here. Zyar up riding the wall. Does get the hit past Bit, but Edgy's there to have his back.
Turbo gets a good hit off midfield, trying to send it towards the Ole Miss goal. You see it gets real
the center
close,
there. Great opportunity, and the opportunity is seized upon from Turbo here.
Look at this setup by
Turbo, Austin.
Just that side bump is all it took for that setup. As soon as that ball stops moving, shots get a lot easier.
That's it. You don't always have to have the strongest hit. Sometimes you just need the accurate hits, and that's what happened right there.
See a good run here by Mississippi State, trying to keep it out of their corner. Block here by Edgy, send it out so Bit can capitalize on it. Pushing it into Mississippi State's corner.
Bit sends it in, but Zyar is there for the deflection. Ball still ends up traveling very close to the goal of Mississippi State.
Good block there by Edgy. He's getting it back out of the corner, keeping it from going towards Ole Miss's side.
These aerial maneuvers are absolutely fantastic at controlling the ball. Shot on goal there, just wide.
Nice shot by Bit. And a good aerial defense by Edgy, getting it up and away from their side of the field. TG1 here is waiting for something to do. Edgy takes a shot.
Edgy takes it instead, but TG1 is there. Nice. Like we said, it's not always about being aggressive. You have to assume that was great communication there. TG1 was on the ground, not sure if he was going to be able to get the angle he needed. Edgy said, don't worry, I'm going to take the shot. If I miss it, you're there to have my follow-up, and that's exactly what happened.
That was a fantastic cleanup by TG1. See, the ball gets popped in the air, and we see both the secondary kickoffs go towards the air.
That's it. Austin trying to put him back
with that fantastic play.
Great defense there.
Putting just enough juice on that ball to make it hit the goalpost. Good hit by Zyar, deflected by Bit, sending it towards Mississippi State's side of the field.
That's it. Back into the corner here. Austin gets it out and across midfield, sends it to the right corner for Ole Miss.
Austin 4 riding the ball for a little bit there, trying to send it towards Ole Miss's goal.
Tries to get the flick, doesn't necessarily have the angle he needs, but Edgy with the demo.
And that kills the aggression from Mississippi State while they're down a player.
That's exactly right. Now they're going to have to play a little smarter, a little more tactical, and try to play around Ole Miss. They keep the ball on their side of the field. Zyar here with the opportunity on the respawn, doesn't make anything of it though.
That demo was definitely the breathing room Ole Miss needed to get that ball out of their goal.
That's
See another shot off the back wall. Edgy here going for a shot on an open goal.
Can they get it? Just wide, but again.
Nice corner shot by TG1.
That's it. TG1 just seems to be the opportunist here. He's okay with not taking the long shots, but
barely made it.
That's
nice shot.
He's going to make the most of it. Puts Ole Miss ahead 2-1 here in this 4th set. Right at the midway point of the match. It really seems like Mississippi State doesn't really have a plan of attack. They just seem to, every now and then they want to show signs of hyper-aggression and send all 3 at the net, but more times than not, it has ended up costing them a goal rather than scoring them a goal.
They've definitely been on the defensive this game. They've had some times where they've been able to hold Ole Miss down, but Ole Miss will make a play and keep them from making the play they were trying to make. Like that demo there by Edgy. That really shut down Mississippi State's aggression.
That's it. As you see, Austin here sending it back across, coming out of net himself. He centers it up for Zyar, who buries it into the bottom corner. Nice shot there by Zyar to put him back up, or excuse me, tie it back up 2-2 with just under 2 minutes left in the game.
That bicycle kick to send it back towards center field. We see a great follow-up by Zyar to just chip it into the goal. All right, kickoff number 5 here. This time it bounces towards Mississippi State's side, and that lets Austin 4 there bounce it towards Ole Miss.
That's it. We saw a demo there by Edgy. He's been getting those fairly often here.
It's kind of the team's enforcer.
That's it. Turbo sending it back in, but gets booted back out. TG1 always seems to be near Mississippi State's goal. Misses that one.
Bit here trying to hold a defense. TG1 handles it for him, though.
That's it.
See that ball pop up, and TG1 comes off the wall.
Nice job playing the second ball there. Knew that Zyar was going to get there ahead of him, so he said, I'll play it off of Zyar instead of trying to beat him to it. Ooh. Turbo there with the shot. Ooh. And it goes in off the defender. Great shot there by Turbo.
Just bounced that along all the Ole Miss players. Watch this shot here. Just right off the top of those Ole Miss players. There was nothing they could do about that one. They were out of position.
It's a nice job there to pull ahead with just under 1:15 left.
Kickoff number 6 here. We see the ball go towards the side and right towards Mississippi State's goal. I think it's what they wanted, though, because that was their own player who hit there. Ball popping up around midfield. We're waiting on
nice job by Austin to send it into Ole Miss territory.
You see Edgy here trying to send that ball out of the corner for his team.
TCG1 sizing it up, but Austin gets to the ball before him. It seems like Ole Miss had their on open goal.
Oh, good save there by Bit. He got back in time.
Bit's playing great defense here for Ole Miss, trying to save it. We see
Turbo with the demo. Man.
Zyar tried to capitalize. Edgy takes it from him, and now Turbo's taking his hand at it.
Ole Miss managed to keep up the aggression despite the Turbo. The demo.
See, 30 seconds left. Austin said, let me have one last crack at this goal. Doesn't quite get it. TCG1 there, but Zyar comes in with the bounce right over the top of the defender.
Man. Gets kicked out of the goal here, and we see Zyar come in to just clean it up right underneath TG1.
That's it, with 20 seconds left, up by 2. It's not an insurmountable lead, but it's definitely a nice lead to have.
If Ole Miss can clutch this out here, we'll see a very interesting overtime.
See an early demo by Turbo.
Turbo's just not letting him have it, keeping him from doing anything. And
sends it around, and Zyar says, let me score one more just to be safe with 11 seconds left.
He's going for that hat trick this game.
That's it. That actually is the hat trick. He gets the full 3.
Man. Just putting the boot on the throat this game. 10 seconds left. Can Ole Miss score?
5 seconds left. Right here, it's all mostly about pride, just seeing if you can close this lead up a little bit, but looks like Turbo's going to let it go ahead and drop down, and that's 2-2 here in this best of 7.
We very well might see Game 7.
We might see it here. No team wanting to give an inch. As you can see from the stat line, Zyar, player of the game with a hat trick on 4 shots, and then each of his teammates, Austin and Turbo, having their own goal, while on Ole Miss's side, TG1 with 2 goals of his own.
We see a lot of saves coming from TG1 and Bit right now. They are doing fantastic on the Ole Miss defense.
Great job
keeping
of
those balls from going
looping back around and making sure that someone has at least eyes on the net and is able to get there for this aggressive attack from Mississippi State.
I'm excited to see next game. I think both teams are getting fired up right now. We're seeing a lot more demolitions.
I definitely agree. I think they're starting to bully each other a little bit more. Being more aggressive tends to lead to that, and they're trying to get goals where they can take them. I mean, if it means getting one of the players on the other team out of the game for 3 or 4 seconds, and that's what they're going to do if they think they can get a goal off of it.
And that 3 or 4 seconds is all it takes in Rocket League. Games are 5 minutes long. 3 or 4 seconds is a lot of time.
That's it. Initial kickoff here goes Edgy's way.
See it right in Mississippi State's corner, and it's coming down over the center of the field. Can Ole Miss score? They cannot.
Not quite off Bit there. Him and Austin jockeying for the ball here. Zyar says, here, let me try to get it out, but Bit says, not
kick
quite.
There by Bit. It's coming down over the Ole Miss goal.
Nice little center there by Turbo. Austin says, let's keep it up in the air.
Air ball is the name of the game this game. Everyone's bouncing it up and down.
And in that one shot right there, you saw all 3 players for Ole Miss near the goal. And that's been the biggest difference. You see Ole Miss is okay with playing defense and playing near the goal for the counterattack, where Mississippi State, on the other hand, as in even right there, you only see 2 people in the net, and it's not enough. Edgy able to squeak through with the goal.
Cleaned it up. Bounced right off the defenders. They almost had it out, and Edgy just cleans it up and keeps it in.
That's it. Right place, right time. Edgy with the goal. He had the first goal for him in Game 3 as well when they were able to pull out the win. So let's see if that means anything for Ole Miss this time around.
See good pressure here from TG1. Bounce it back off that back wall, trying to get it on Mississippi State's side.
Nice job there by Zaire to corral that ball, get a little bit of boost. He's able to dodge one Ole Miss player, but does lose the ball.
Good hit there by Bitt, forcing it into Mississippi State's corner.
That's
it.
You
see a demo by Austin.
Another
Ford.
demo there. Zaire trying to capitalize on this opportunity here.
Bitt bounces it over the top of their own goal, keeping it away from Mississippi State.
Another demo.
Ooh, Austin Ford is on a warpath this game. That's 2 demos on Bitt within 30 seconds.
On board with Turbo here. Gets it knocked over him by Bitt, but Zaire's got his back here. Bitt not letting up, though, as the ball crosses midfield. Back over into Mississippi State aggression territory.
Let's see here. Can Turbo... Edgy down. Man, Mississippi State is on it this game with their demolitions.
Turbo with the nice little nod. Keeps it back towards mid, but Edgy takes control of it.
Good defense here from Mississippi State. Will it be enough? It will be.
TG1 says, let me go ahead and touch the roof when I get this ball back down on the field. And Turbo says, well, I'll just take it on the ground. Pops one defender and is able to bury it in the net here.
Bitt almost had it away from the Mississippi State offense, but it was just not enough. Turbo was able to follow up.
That's it.
Right in the
Couldn't get
corner.
enough of the ball. Turbo able to keep possession and bury it into upper 90.
Good plays by both teams here today. See, 2:52 minutes left. There's 2:52 left. Just kick off the game 5.
These teams, like we've said the whole match, they've pretty evenly matched here. Like to see a little fire coming out. Mississippi State with a couple of demos this game. Ole Miss hasn't had any yet, but that doesn't mean that they won't try for any if they think they can get a goal off of it.
Good 3-man attempt at an aerial there, but it leaves their goal wide open.
Shot just off the mark for Zaire here.
It lets Ole Miss get back in time to defend properly. See a good shot here, but it's not enough. Bitt gets it out of the goal, or sorry, TG1.
That's it. Zaire tries to send it back in here.
Edgy here on the wall, waiting for the ball to get sent towards him. Gets it up and out.
Gets the knock back up towards the top of the dome. Turbo's knock comes off the wall to hit it, but TG1's right there for the rebound.
But it's knocked out, cleared by Mississippi State.
Nice job there. Everyone crashing into one another, jockeying for position, trying to maintain possession. And Zaire says, I'll take it myself. Give me the ball and watch what I do with it.
Ole Miss came out for one of those all-or-nothing plays, and they couldn't capitalize on it, so Mississippi State sent it right in.
That's it. Seems to be a little role reversal there. Seems like Ole Miss was the one out of net. Mississippi State was able to capitalize here as we get ready for this next kickoff.
Good kickoff here. Both teams vying for the ball. Sent on to Ole Miss's side of the field. Waiting on a defense here from Bitt and TG1.
Turbo going for a goal early off the mark here. Now Austin trying to corral it back in for his team.
Gets sent in by Zaire there. See, TG1 knocks it onto the Ole Miss or Mississippi State side of the field.
That's it. Zaire can't catch the ball, but does catch the attacker. Austin Ford able to corral the ball instead.
Bitt here with the guillotine hit. But TG1 is able to block that attempt by Zaire.
It's a great defense there. If he wouldn't have been able to do it, that was a sure goal for Zaire.
You see them knock it out of their own goal again. Turbo sending it over to the Ole Miss side of the field.
Bitt keeping the aggression, making sure the ball stays on their side of the field as much as possible so they can create more opportunities. As you see the 1 minute remaining card on the screen here.
Zaire is killing it here, getting past this Ole Miss defense, setting up an opportunity for his team. But
he's definitely doing a lot. He almost reminds you of Messi or Ronaldo, the way he's...
Edgy here, almost has an aerial goal, but Zaire blocks it in the last second.
Zaire definitely doing what he can for his team. Another shot on goal there, but Edgy's able to knock it away.
You see Turbo coming in, and he just barely misses the ball, and we see it go into the Mississippi State
Open goal there. Bit able to score with 29 seconds left. Ties it up 2-2.
One miss is all it takes.
That's it, man.
Bit gets a goal. See that nice explosion there, and we see kickoff number 5 in game 5. Ball goes on to Mississippi
Turbo
State.
misses the secondary hit here, which gives TG1 a one-on-one with Austin.
Ooh, and we see a good hit from Bit, but it's just shy of the goal.
Edgy gonna send one in, hit it up the rebound. Zyar's there to capitalize. But
Good hit by
TG1 says not quite done yet. As we're under 10 seconds here, we might see another overtime.
Ole Miss is keeping on the pressure. They really don't want to force this one into overtime. But we see it's just about to hit the ground. Yep, ground.
Yep. Edgy
Overtime.
says, you know, if we're not going to be able to score, we're just going to knock it down and make sure that Mississippi State doesn't have the opportunity as we go into overtime here.
And they're fighting over this ball at midfield. The goalies have to come out of their goals and take a shot at it.
That's it. Zyar presses it down into the corner of Ole Miss's side, but nothing going there.
We saw a Bit there hesitating and deciding that he should probably stay back because his team couldn't afford a rotation.
That's it. And that's one thing that we have seen a lot out of Ole Miss. They're, like I've said before, they're okay with playing defense. They're not going to try to press anything or force any situations. They're just going to capitalize and focus on counterattacks.
Good pressure there from Ole Miss, but Turbo is able to get it away from them. And he's sending it towards the midfield, trying to get something set up for his team.
That's it. And again, we see all 3 players for Ole Miss on their side of the field, okay with sitting back, letting the ball come to them, taking it away from Mississippi State, and then having numbers in their favor on the counterattack.
You see Bit here sending it out and away.
Shot on goal there, just off the mark. Very close shot there.
Deflected by Mississippi State, just to get it out of their side of the field. TG1 keeping on the pressure with that aerial. See him keeping the ball up and out so his team can use it. See Bit there with a nice shot
flying out of nowhere, just off the corner.
So close for Ole Miss.
Austin wins that one-on-one with Edgy. But no one there for Mississippi State for the second ball as it crosses over into the midfield.
You see Zyar bouncing it off the corner wall here, trying to get something set up for his team, or maybe even chip it in himself. TG1 trying to hit it backwards and out. Bit is on this ball though. He's getting it up, and there may be some plays
Turbo
here.
misses here.
Turbo
and
misses.
that's all it takes.
Goal by Edgy for Ole Miss. That's game 5. We are now 3-2.
That's it. You called it right at the end of the last goal. One miss is all it takes for the team to capitalize. And Ole Miss climbs from being behind 2-1 to go up 3-2
in
overtime here. And they also take game 5, which puts them ahead 3-2 in the match set.
Good plays by Edgy that game. A lot of shots, a lot of saves. Good pressure.
Yeah, Edgy did well, but of course you also can't. Early game, Austin was the player to talk about with all of those demos, applying the pressure for Mississippi State. They've stated their claim. That's what they want to do. They're going to apply pressure. They're going to bully you. If they get the demos, they're going to attack off of it. Ole Miss has just been able to counter it. They've sat back. They've been okay with playing back near their goal, getting the defense, and then getting the deflections and rebounds, and then counterattacking.
And playing it very safe. Here we see game 6, kickoff. And pressure's already on. Mississippi State has been forced onto their side of the field, all 3 playing defense, taking a note out of Ole Miss's book. See TG1 here coming in with an aerial, trying to get something set up for his team.
Zyar sends it into the corner here, but
ooh, nice deflection there by TG1. Turbo bounces it off the back wall, trying to set something up for his teammate.
Austin again says, well, let's just see how long we can keep it down here. Something's got to give eventually. There's one miss by Ole Miss, but with 3 people in the net, one person can afford to miss. There's 2 other defenders there.
Good clear by TG1 and Bit there, getting it on the Mississippi State side of the field, bouncing it off the back wall.
That's it. Zyar able to deflect it out of the middle, but TG1's right back at it.
That's a perfect spot ball right there for either team to take advantage of it. Midfield is a very dangerous spot for the ball to sit at.
Exactly, with players of this caliber, definitely pretty evenly matched here, as we've seen, where it hasn't really been a runaway of any sorts. I mean, the one runaway we had was 5-2, and even then it was very competitive. It was just capitalizing off of mistakes.
See Austin 4 here trying to either get a demo or just bounce the ball in, but Bit makes it out.
Seems like we have 2 misses there, one from either team, but
Ball
Ole Miss is able to
centered.
capitalize first.
Nice save by Austin 4 there, keeping it out of the danger zone. But we see TG1
Nice
take it in
goal.
off the wall.
Nice goal there. Seems like the defender from Mississippi State thought he was going to try it himself. TG1 instead knocks it, plays
Just
it right
enough.
off himself, dodges the defender, gets it into the net. Nice
Just
job.
enough heat on that ball to keep it from going too high.
That's it.
Kickoff number 2, game 6. Pops towards the sideline.
That's it. Under 3.5 to play in this game.
Off the Ole Miss goal wall there. Very close goal. TG1.
Turbo sends it center
Ooh.
and squeaks it in. Thought that Ole Miss was going to be able to pull it out of the net. But,
Edgy almost had it there, but he was just not enough.
That's it.
Turbo slides it
came
over
in.
the top of his car.
Turbo would not be denied. Full head of steam. He said, nope, I want this, and it is mine. You cannot take it from me. Ties it up 1-1, 3:17 left.
Ooh, we see a demo there by Turbo on TG1.
That's it. But TG1 with the respawn, able to get on the ball quickly. Turbo playing it across the top of his own goal into the corner and gets it out. Sends it right to Bit, however, who sends it right in the middle of the field. Very dangerous. As we see another demo from Edgy this time.
TG1 playing good defense here, trying to keep the ball off his side of the field. Bit trying to keep something up for his team. Edgy getting it off that back wall
There's
there.
another miss by Turbo. This time Zayor is there to back him up, though, and that's one thing they were missing earlier on.
You see a double aerial, though. Maybe a bit of miscommunication on the
Yeah, you
Mississippi
have
State
to
team.
assume that it's never planned to tag team into an aerial, but
Good hits here by Mississippi State, keeping the pressure on Ole Miss, keeping them from getting anywhere.
that's the name of their game, and they're sticking to it
Ooh.
here. Oh, great
Ooh.
a shot.
Right off the goalpost. That was a very close shot.
Definitely wishes he had that one to go ahead here as we reach 2 minutes and 10 seconds left.
Turbo
Turbo
hitting
sends it into the
just
corner.
too high. Ole Miss is sending it out, but Mississippi State bouncing it right back this game.
Zaire plays it off the top of the dome.
Sends it in, but it's off the goalpost again into the corner. But it's centered now.
Turbo said, let me
Mississippi State-
have this one, but Edgy says, no, not today.
And a good save by Bit on Austin 4's follow-up. Ole Miss is playing impeccable defense right now.
Great defense. As the old saying goes, defense win championships, and Ole Miss is playing that to a T here. They're winning in the set, tied in the game.
Ooh, but a close shot.
Ball
Can they
there,
squeak
and
it?
Turbo is able to capitalize and knock it in. Great
Bouncing
job.
right up and down, almost inside the goal. Ole Miss needs to get a little more aggressive with their defense, maybe get some demos, try to keep this pressure off of them.
Yeah, they're having to do something. It seems like Mississippi State has realized that Ole Miss is okay with playing on their side of the field, and they're like, well, if you're going to play back there, then we're going to aggress all the way as far back as you'll let us. And
Yeah.
at that point there, just having 3 or 4 opportunities there to score, it is only a matter of time before one snuck in.
Yeah, Mississippi State kept the pressure on. They only let their defender rotate back to midfield. They didn't need to go any further back. See good hits here by Edgy, trying to get it out of their side of the field. TG1 clearing it again.
Austin sends it right back in, though, and this is more, it's not even a
goal is
chess match
open, though.
anymore.
Bit
It's just
is going
throwing blows
backwards.
between heavyweights.
Can Ole Miss do anything with 1 minute left on the clock? Good hit here by Turbo, getting something set up for his team,
Nice
but TG1
center.
stops it.
Turbo says, if I
Ooh.
can't get the ball, I'll take out TG1.
And that could have been all it took, but TG1's back up. So we see Ole Miss rotating with 3 here, trying to push it out of their side of the field,
That's it.
keeping the ball aerial.
Austin here, great view on the ball, able to keep it there for a second, but the Ole Miss defense says, well, if you're only going to hit it a little bit, we're
Ooh,
going to
and
hit it a
Turbo
lot
here with an
harder.
open goal. He might be able to score something.
Open
Too
goal
high.
just off.
Edgy with the demo on Turbo, keeping him out of this. That's the aggression that Ole Miss might need on this match. Let's see if they can score something with 20 seconds left. Ooh, and a nice shot there, but it's blocked by Zayor. Turbo with another demo on
Another
Edgy.
demo from Turbo. Ole Miss almost in frantic mode here if they want to win this one.
2-1.
And with that one, Zaire knocks it out, waiting on it to hit the ground, settles it down, and that's 3-3. Well, we asked for it, and we got it. Game 7. Here we come.
It is down to the wire here between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Let's see how this game goes. I'm excited.
I'm definitely excited to see it. As you can see, Turbo with the goals here, showing Mississippi State And really, Ole Miss, both teams really, anybody on the team can score. Both teams have proved that everyone on the team can play defense. It was just Mississippi State was able to sneak 2 across here.
I think this game, we're going to see a lot of aggressive gameplay this game. Both teams are going to be desperate as this gets down to the wire. They're going to be fighting for this trophy.
I definitely think you're correct. I think that demos may be a lot more often than goals here. As we've seen in these past couple matches, Edgy's had a few, Turbo's had some, Austin's had his share of them.
Yeah, plenty of enforcers on both teams trying to get this title.
Looking for the early goal here.
Ooh, good save there by TG1. That was very close on Ole Miss. Bit got stuck in the back of the goal, must have bounced off the back wall the wrong way. See Turbo here trying to get good pressure.
Turbo trying to corral the ball, but Bit
with a setup. Can he get it?
Attack. Great defense there by Mississippi State.
Edgy here, trying to get something, but he's just in the wrong spot.
Just off
too
the
far
mark
forward.
here. Can't get the rebound, but Bit's there.
Good hit by Bit, keeping the pressure on, but Ole Miss's goal is open, and that's a score for Mississippi State by Turbo.
Great shot by Turbo. He noticed that Ole Miss was being very aggressive. He said, well, let me just send it down the center. If no one's there, then the goal's mine. And that, as you saw.
Straight shot. We saw right at the end, Ole Miss struggling to get ahead of that ball, trying to save it.
That's it. 35 seconds is all it took for that goal.
Bit here with some good pressure, and TG1 knocking it out of Ole Miss's side of the field, trying to get something set up for his team, but Mississippi State is not having it. TG1 here, watching him rotate back to the goal, get ready for some defense here.
Zyar just off the right post.
And TG1 and Edgy both knock it out, getting it safe for Ole Miss.
Said Austin knocks it past one of the Ole Miss defenders.
See Turbo here, just playing defense, solid defense, waiting for that ball to come down. Ooh, demo by Zyar on Bit.
There's
this
the
is
demos
the aggression
we were talking about. We knew it was coming.
Oh! Ooh, scored by TG1.
Nice job by TG1 there.
Snuck it right past Turbo.
Turbo, we saw a little wave dash there, probably trying to get a little more behind the ball, not able to get there.
Just across the nose, couldn't hack it in time.
That's it.
Kickoff number 3, game 7. Let's see how this goes.
Turbo going to follow it up the wall. We see the Ole Miss of the early games here, all playing defense, willing to sit back, don't want to overcommit to anything.
Ooh, very close shot there by TG1. Almost had something. Edgy stops the ball and gets it up, and Mississippi State steals it from him. TG1 back playing defense.
Oh, nice shot there by Zyar.
Snuck it right underneath Bit.
Right there.
Came across too high.
Bit, just a little bit of a misplay on the angle there, and Zyar able to knock it right under him, gets the little bounce right into the net.
Nice plays by Mississippi State. 3 minutes left in game 7. 1-2, Ole Miss, Mississippi State.
This is, I mean, we knew it was going to be even coming in, and this is exactly everything that it's been amped up to be. The high pressure from Mississippi State, as you see, they've got all 3 of them at midfield swarming. And Ole Miss, as you could see, 2 in the net, and the only one out of the net had a misplay on the ball.
Ole Miss has to really play careful here if they want to keep Mississippi State from scoring, but they also need points themselves. Good aerial there from Ole Miss, but Mississippi State's back to block it in time.
It does seem like Ole Miss has a great job of possessing aerials and being able to control it in the air.
But as soon as that ball gets on the ground, Mississippi State
Mississippi State is there.
Near goal there by Turbo. That was spooky for Ole Miss.
Very close there as it got past TG1.
Bit here with the aerial, trying to send it in.
Centers it up. None of his teammates there to capitalize. Austin says, well, let's send it back to this corner and see what we can do with it.
TG1 dribbling the ball here, sending it in. Oh, but blocked the last second by Mississippi State.
Nice defense by Turbo.
Let me tell you, that dribble is hard to pull off in most matches. Oh, Zyar scores.
Zyar again. It's his second goal and second in a row as well.
I think he's going for a hat trick this game.
He wants his second hat trick of the day.
Man, amazing play by Zyar. Good aerial possession.
That's 3-1 with just over 2 minutes left. Plenty of time for Ole Miss, and they prove they can score quickly. They're definitely going to have to show a little more aggression.
Good pressure
here
by Edgy this game. This kickoff was Ole Miss's kickoff.
Near goal there. Austin has to knock it out of his own goal.
Nothing they can do, though. Ole Miss couldn't capitalize.
TG1 with the save to save that goal for Zyar.
Edgy sending it out, trying to get something set up for his team. TG1 bounces it, keeps it in the air, but Mississippi State settles it and gets it down.
Turbo knocks it down very dangerously. Those two Ole Miss players there waiting on it.
Turbo knocks it into bit there. Or no, sorry, TG1. Ole Miss is really laying on the pressure this time.
Under 90 seconds to play. They definitely have to here. And there's, just
off the goalpost.
You hate to see that there. It was very close to a goal that would have brought them within one. Under a minute 15 now.
Can Ole Miss pull this out? I think they might be able to, but they need to play a lot more aggressive. See Turbo with a good raise there, trying to keep the ball for his team.
Austin trying to end it with another goal of his own, just off the mark. The defense from Ole Miss is holding, but if they're going to win this game or at least force overtime, they're going to have to get more aggressive. Another great block by TG1.
Fantastic save. Bit's still in the goal. Knocks it off the back wall, trying to get it out of Mississippi State's hands. Playing real well with their possession of the ball. Turbo knocks it to midfield again. They're just keeping it off their side of the field.
And at this point in time with 30 seconds left, this is all they have to do. They don't really need to score. A goal would be helpful, but just hold on to the ball and limit the damage.
Oh, and there's a goal by Zyar.
Zyar says, you know what? Let me go ahead, get my second hat trick of the day, put the nail in the coffin. Up 3 goals with 19 seconds left. Ole Miss is going to be scrambling here if they want to win.
There's always the chance of a kickoff goal if Ole Miss managed to pull off one of the more advanced moves on kickoff. But I think Mississippi State got a good kickoff there.
Yeah,
so let's see if Ole Miss can score anything in this last 15 seconds.
We're going to need to see some magic happen as TG1 has the ball, but Turbo just bullies it away from him and says, let me have it. Let me have it. Make it 5-1.
Oh, Turbo. Just
like
add
that.
an insult to injury.
6 seconds left, up 4 goals. You can all but tie a bow on it.
Fantastic gameplay from Ole Miss and Mississippi State.
Oh, we knew we were going to get a great game here, and I definitely think they met that quota and then some. As Mississippi State wins the series 4-3, with the final of Game 7 being 5-1.
See in Game 7, that is impressive. These were very evenly matched teams.
These are 2 great evenly matched teams here. As you look at the stat line, Zyar, 3 goals. Turbo, 2 goals, 2 assists. And then Ole Miss, they only had the 1 goal and the 2 saves by TG1.
Zyar was killing it this game. 2 hat tricks in a 7-game series. That is insane.
Zyar had an amazing performance here. Lots of goals. We'd have to look at the total tally to see if he ended up with the most on the team, but he definitely had the touches early and often and was always the target to look to. But
and fantastic teamwork from Ole Miss.
Definitely.
The rotations were always there, and their defense was amazing. But with the pressure that Mississippi State was putting on, there's only so much you can do.
Only so much you can do. One slip up, one mistake, one little crack in that armor of defense, and Mississippi State was able to slip in there. And then it seems like they weren't really able to counterattack. They were able to at times, but when you're playing 3 in the goal and no one down the field, even when you're able to get those blocks and those deflections, it's really hard to have someone down there for the counter to get the goal on your end.
Just, man, cannot believe Zyar just killing it out there with those 2 hat tricks.
Really excited to get some of these guys in here to talk to them and interview them. Looks like we'll have TG1 with us and Zyar in with us in a bit.
Oh man, the two gods on this field that we get to talk to.
Alrighty, stick with us. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Out of here. Or do we have to climb over it?
Yeah, following him.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Matt,
And I'm Bailey,
and we're here with TG1 from the Ole Miss team.
the
Asking-
save god
Yeah.
of the set here. And we don't have a final tally on saves, but you easily carried the match in our eyes as far as saves. So we'd just like to ask, what was your team strategy going into this game? Like, what was the defense like? Because we noticed some great rotations and a lot of defensive play.
Well, that was almost the complete opposite of our strategy, actually. We were supposed to be trying to do high press, but we just got lazy, I'd say. We got conservative, but I thought we had them. Our main approach was just to get more shots than we took, but it didn't work out that way, so credit to MSU.
And how did you guys feel with your whole goal strategy on rotations? You guys were very rotation heavy that game, and I think you had a good defense.
Yeah, no, it worked out really well. I mean, what we would do is when someone would fill in back post, someone would try to run out, and it worked out for the majority of the game. But every now and then we'd have a miscommunication. But overall, I'm very proud of how everyone played.
It was good to see all that team-based gameplay.
Definitely. And we have to ask, with it being a best of 7 and having a game 7, so what was the comms? What was the mindset? Was there any nerves going into game 7, or what was that like?
I think there was nerves going into game 1, to be honest. But, no, but everyone was, we were having a good time. Everyone was having fun. It's a shame we couldn't pull it out, but yeah, I mean, it was
still
fun all around.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's been TG1. Appreciate you coming by and
Yep,
talking with
no
us.
problem. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic job out there.
Thank you.
You're clear.
Ugh.
All right, we're here with Zyor right now, the man of double hat trick today. How do you feel about that?
I feel like my team was really setting me up with some amazing passes. We had one game, every goal had an assist. It was really just amazing pace we set. I couldn't have done it without any of those passes.
All right, well, going into the game, was the team strategy, hey, just give me the ball and let me score all the goals? Or
Absolutely not, no. It was just to outpace the other team. And I feel like the games where we managed to do that, we won all but maybe one of them where they really stepped it up and outplayed us. Yeah.
And you guys kind of really went on the warpath on the second half of the games. You had a lot of demolitions. Was that key to your strategy?
No, I don't know how many of those demolitions were intentional. I know I had one where I was just going for the ball and he got to it first and I hit him instead. So I think a lot of those were that.
just kind of opportunistic here. And we'll say it was a best of 7 series. We went game 7. So what were the nerves like? How was your team feeling going into game 7?
Well, I know I was just as nervous as all the other games, but I just tried not to think about the fact that, it was all in this one game. Just playing it like we did the game before that.
All right, well, that's been Zyor. Appreciate you coming and talking to us. Congrats on the win, man.
Thank you.
Congrats on the double hat trick.
Thank you.